Welcome back. So the timing on this couldn't be any more perfect if it tried, because I don't know how long this has been in play. This regional, not supported in my region anymore for MEXC, but literally 3-4 days ago, I took all the funds off MEXC that I was trading with, and then went decentralized. So I'm using Jupiter and Apex Omni now, which used to be called Apex Pro. Well, there is Apex Pro, and now there's Apex Omni as well. I'll explain a bit more about that. But the timing of this, I wasn't going to make a video about it at all, but meaning that I changed over from MEXC or I was using Blowfin for a bit as well. The reason I use centralized exchanges is because of the fees. That's the only reason I use them. I don't use them because I love exchanges, no. The fees are a lot lower, but if you know what you're doing with trading, with time you can learn to use decentralized exchanges instead, because you need, there's situations like this, for example, or they decide that they're not gonna, there's something wrong with your account, or there's suspicious activity, so-called suspicious activity, and they decide to, you know, cut your services or just freeze your account. That's happened so many times with this exchange anyway, MEXC. I love MEXC, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore the layout, the smoothness, the fees, just the overall experience is, I would say, probably the better. But because of its reputation, I wouldn't want to recommend it anymore. Well, based on this as well, if you live in the UK, then you're screwed. You can't even use it anymore. Well, you can use it. It's just you can't. I don't think you can deposit money anymore onto it, or well, you could never withdraw it anyway. But I don't know. They've just added UK to the list. They weren't on the list last week, but now they are. So you can still trade. You can still do things on it. I had to go incognito on this because it wasn't allowing me to see this message again, but I saw it. So I'm guessing once you click off this, you can't see it again when you refresh the page, even on a hard refresh. But yeah, strange that it's just the problem is as well is that they give no warning, and this is the danger with exchanges like this, or in general. They don't warn you. They don't send emails. They don't publish on Reddit, or they don't tweet about it. Or I wasn't aware of it. Put it that way. It should be in a formal email that they're not going to be, you know, in a certain date. They're not going to operate in my region anymore. That should be in an email. It just should be. Binance does that. I think Binance does that for everything they announce that they're going to do. There's always an email months in advance, from memory anyway. So this is unfortunate, but you can still do everything on it. It's just this is one step further to the UK being completely wiped off from MEXC. I would not recommend using this exchange anymore. If you got funds on there and you're in the UK, I would highly recommend get them off immediately. Just for this situation, just this situation alone, the regional thing. You can use a VPN, but with VPNs, they're very technology these days. They're very accurate in terms of what you use. So if you use a VPN, depending on the VPN, right? Some exchanges maybe have, they might detect that you're using one. Then they can find the original IP. That stuff does happen. So that's also a risk. So they can still block you, right? You will get the same result in the end. So what I recommend you use. Is Apex Pro. Well, it's Apex Omni now. This is run by Bybit. So Bybit have collaborated with Apex. They are basically the same. This is the layout of Apex Pro, or Apex Omni now. It's in beta. So the difference is from before, Apex Omni only allows up to 50x leverage. Sorry, Apex Pro allows only up to 50x leverage. Apex Omni allows up to 100x. But the main difference, and that's not why I'm doing it, the main difference is that with Apex Pro, they're only allowing now you to deposit via Ethereum, the Ethereum network. Whereas with Apex Omni, They give you the option of either one. With Apex Omni, you can use Arbitrum, BSC, all of the base chain as well. Just the easier ones, rather than using Ethereum and paying ridiculous fees. So that's the only real two differences. Up to 100x, and you can use the Binance Smart Chain. And I also use, I'll leave a link to this, because this is the fees are a lot better than Jupiter, but I do use Jupiter still, of course. I've got a cheeky trade open, 3.3x long. Bought the top, of course, as you do, as a professional trader does. No, but I use, yeah, Jupiter and Apex. So, going back to this, yeah, I wouldn't, if I was you, get your funds off the exchange pretty quick. And that goes for every exchange really, and it's not just this one. This was bound to happen eventually, especially with you can't even go on. This is a lot of the reasons why people use decentralized exchanges like these is because of the regional problem. But you could argue, you know, the more advanced people in crypto use DEXs these days because it's just you're in the know more. You are in the know more about regulation, dodgy exchanges, or just exchanges in general, freezing accounts, limits on exchanges, KYC, those sorts of things. That's why people use DEXs. You don't, with this, you don't need to, with Apex, you don't need to KYC, you just connect your wallet. There are options to sign up with your email, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to do it. You just connect your wallet, like you can see mine here. Same with Jupiter. This is another wallet I've got. Yes, so Jupiter's only on the Solana network, and Apex is on a few different networks. So yeah, that's the message for today. Get your funds off MEXC if you have any on there. What a shame. I know some people aren't fans of MEXC. I was never really a fan. I just enjoyed the experience, what they provided. The user experience was, I would say, the best, in my opinion. That's my opinion, right? I'm allowed an opinion, right? It's the internet. So yeah, get your funds off there. What a shame, but it was bound to happen eventually. I wasn't going to be using MEXC for the longest time anyway, and like I said, the timing couldn't have been any more perfect if it tried. I literally, like half a week ago, roughly that, got my funds off, and then I see that I could still get them off. I would still be able to transfer them, but I would still be able to. But it's just when you see that, when you see this, I mean, it's not the most convincing thing in the world to continue using them, is it? Even if you can access it. So get them off, and yeah, use DEXs instead. That's my recommendation. Alright, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.